Hi, happy Tuesday. I'm gonna get right into it because I don't have anything. I don't have a Lego. Okay, why? That's lame. Why does this menu not have music playing? Or- At least it's not a tech issue. I don't remember how to play this game. I don't remember what I did. I didn't do anything important, I don't think, so I won't be too lost, probably. Are we frozen? What happened? My monitor is not showing me the game. Hello? Hello, game. Please, thank you. Where the heck am I at? And why? Oh, I don't want to be here. I couldn't find the bird. I think that's why I'm here. I love this hat. I forgot about this hat. That's so cute. I don't want to do this. How do I use the map in this game? Minus. Here we go with the maps being different. I'm gonna go literally. Oh. I don't know what that would be in this game. I'm gonna go literally anywhere else. I don't know how to play this. I don't know where to go. I'll go over here. I don't know. I don't like this game. Yet, I guess. I haven't done anything in the story, I don't think. So. I don't know. I could have just restarted because I haven't done anything, but I don't want to go back into the sky. Because that was kind of boring. Don't cancel me. Oh, I just walked through that. Oh, I pressed A. Sticky frog. I don't remember how to do anything. I don't remember what any of these do. What does this do? Give me. I don't think I can grab this. How do I do that? Probably not there. Do I have to? I don't want to go to Rito. Throw a splash fruit, you can get rid of the muck. How do I throw that? I know that I can... How do I add stuff? There we go. Thank you. I remember how to do that. I got opal. Oh, I don't have my amiibos. Hello. This is weird. I want to fight like Xenoblade. I'm just gonna pick stuff up. Because I don't know what else to do. I don't know. Probably not. I don't know. I guess not. Should I be? Okay. I might have to close the game to do that. I'm gonna turn this off. I don't know if this will leak me. I'm afraid my email will pop up. Oh, I'm not connected to the internet. That's nice. Let me see if I know the password to the internet. Well, it's not my internet, so I don't know if I should do that. It's hot in here. Of the kingdom. It says I have to buy it. Jitters fan 98? No. Oh wait, is this how I do it? Never mind. I found it. Now we get to wait for it to download. I didn't bring Animal Crossing. Remember when I thought I was gonna play Animal Crossing on YouTube? That never happened. Well, it did, but then I gave up. We could play Switch Sports. Or Tomodachi Life. Switch Sports will stop the download, that's true. They have good internet, so... I don't know. Xenoblade 2 would not stop it. I'm nervous. I don't know how to get the electric mastery. And the focus. Checking my friend list stops it? Okay, well I won't do that again. I didn't know that. I need to put my keyboard back together. I'm using a crappy one right now. But I don't have any things to get blades, I don't think. I might have to log in offline and see what I can do. Hopefully without starting a cutscene. Please download faster. I want to play Switch Sports on YouTube, but I don't know what to do on it because there's like no incentive other than like to get the clothes. I guess there's pro, but I think it's stupid that it's like an online thing. I also don't have the strap for soccer. The leg strap. I like Switch Sports. I like, the bowling is the worst, I think. Because it's like, in Wii Sports, don't you let go I think it's like whatever the opposite from Wii Sports and bowling you do, it's stupid. I don't know. And I also just suck at it. I like the golf. I mostly just play golf. But soccer, basketball, and volleyball are also fun. The rest of them I don't really play. I want to get the Mario Golf game. Yes. I think so. Did I go up here? I don't know. I don't know where to go. I feel like I shouldn't have stopped playing this game because now I'm kind of confused. Am I gonna be too hot here? Hello? How do I... Oh. I literally just fought something. Why did I forget how to do that? Put your stuff away. There's less heat here? Why would they do that? There is water. Hey, you mine? That's mine. But I want it. Look, I'm sorry I wasted it, but asking me to bring you another marbled rock roast isn't reasonable. How about this instead? These mysterious things were only discovered after the upheaval. It looks a little strange, I know, but it's hard curio to come by. Marbled rock roast is in short supply and high demand around here. Everyone wants it. I've barely been keeping up. Letting our hardest commodity go to waste is unforgivable. You can make up for it by bringing me a fresh marbled rock roast. Now get that thing out of my sight. If I was able to get you some, I'd clearly have it by now. I checked out the caves past the cart tracks just like you told me. I couldn't get at anything. Caves past the cart track. You know, places like that are way too dangerous for a Hylian like me. Not my problem, and I don't want that hunk of junk. I'm not letting you off the hook till you get me a marbled rock roast. I can't see anything. Where are their tracks? Oh, over here. Can I ride something? Oh, that's a table. Okay. There's nothing I can ride. There probably was and I didn't see it. I don't know. Did they make a walkthrough book for this just like they did for Breath of the Wild? Because I might need to get it. Is anyone here? They did. I need it. Could use Zelda notes. Discovery. Oh no. Now I'm on fire. Everything's burning. I assume it doesn't matter if I'm holding them. Okay. Oh, I'm burning. Do I have heat resistance? Is that not what I needed? Oh, I don't know how to play this. Can I get naked? I don't think that'll help either. Get me out of here. I'm gonna die. Flame proof. There's something around here I can use for that. I can barely see this lizard over here. He's like the only thing on my screen that I can see. And the Wizrobe. Hi Wizrobe, you mind if I grab this real quick? There's a bunch of them over here. Oh no, he's gonna get me. No, he ran away. Okay, where are you? Where is he? Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That did nothing. Clink! Do I have any bombs? I have one bomb. I missed. Okay. I might just leave. That's not how you run. I can't see anything. See this mushroom and some sparkles. But I can't see what's sparkling. Leave me alone. Please. Oh, it was a rock that was sparkling. That makes sense. Or an ore, I guess, not a rock. Can you light this up for me? Oh, he's gonna come over here. I missed. Come down here. I wanna fight you. Oh, Link. Dang it. I got him. Ruby sword. But I want this. Hey. Did I not? Hello? Fire resistant? Do I have monster parts? Is Flame Guard what I need? Okay. At 8 minutes. Hopefully get something. The sun shining on my screen is crazy. I literally can't see anything. I think I needed something to come in here with. That's a rock. I didn't mean to do that. I got a diamond? What's this? This is the thing to ride on. A rupee! Oh, is this what he wants? Well, how do I get this? Oh no, I have to attach it. This is gonna be hard to do when I can't see my screen. And two's probably enough. Oh, it's upside down. Okay. Oopsies. Oh, well. I wanted you attached to the bottom of the cart. Why are you not? Whatever. Do I have to put a battery thing on it? I don't know how to do that. I forgot. Can I just push it? These button controls are crazy. I can take out a fan. How do I do that? A wing. Do I have one? I don't know where to find that. I lack a fan? Oh. No. Does it really just not ride on its own? I got this, hold on. When have I ever needed something the game has given me? Oh, that keys is gonna kill me. Hold on. Oh no. Is that gonna be okay? Okay. Link! Stop! Stop! Okay. Right, I do have to heal. This game doesn't heal. That didn't do anything. Can't see. I can't see. Oh my god, the keys. Why are there so many keys now? I guess I don't need the whole cart. Unless I need more than one. It is a nice basket. I wonder if I'm getting the item or it's gonna go to the guy. Am I just helping him? her hat. Little red bokoblin hood. Here. It was just flying there. I was like, why is it floating? I didn't attach it there, but... Okay. Hey, that's... Now that's a marbled rock roast. Hey, you. The marbled rock roast. Would you trade it for this? Thanks, I owe ya. Oh, right, he was trying to trade it. Hey, chef, this make us square? So long as I've got marbled rock roast, I've got no complaints. I brought you 2. Can I give him the other one? You helped me out of a bind there. You see, I'm a meat man. When I heard this place served a roast to die for, I came running. Little did I know the meat here is actually rocks. This isn't meat or a rock, but it's the rarest thing I own. Take it with my thanks. Large Zonai charge. Oh, before you go, have you heard about the rumored beast? If that creature's really out there, I'm gonna find out if it's edible. Okay. When you love meat, it's just what you do. The girl hit the stables to ask around for leads. By the way, we're not strangers anymore, buddy. If you see me out there in the wilds, give me a shout. Until then, take care. Okay. Oh, he took both of them. He's greedy. Tasting food is a part of a chef's grand work, you know. So until I'm done tasting this here marbled rock roast, joint's closed. That includes anything on the Hylian menu. Okay. Well, I did one quest. What is this thing? I'm gonna go that way. Why do I keep pressing that to run? There's a shrine up there. I didn't even see that. Why do I keep pressing the left stick to run? Oh, is it? I think it is. Okay. Those guys are mean, I think. Go this way. Scarlet Violet Dash, that's what I was thinking. I mean, because you don't do that in Xenoblade. I think that's the last game I played that wasn't Xenoblade. Come on, Link. You got it. Xenoblade X lets you run, but not the third one. I might have to see if I can get Xenoblade 3 before my birthday. I want to play it. I don't want to wait until December. There's no fall damage? That's a little weird. Jumping with CR? That's gonna be strange. That's true. That also costs money. But it's cheaper. Oh no, that thing ran away. Why is the amber so pointy in this game? What do I do with this? This seems like it needs to be rolled into a Korok or something. Oh my god, there's so many lizards. Link, crouch! That is true. But would I need to beat the game on my real Switch? Oh, look at this guy. Last time I tried to fight a guy that big in this game, I died several times, so I don't know. I'm just gonna go this way. Future connected. What if I just replay Xenoblade 1? Oh, here's a fan. If the president hadn't gotten involved with marbled rock roads, none of this would have happened. At this rate, the Southern Mine, no. Unobo Co. is finished. Don't just sit around eating marbled rock roast. Get to work. Just sampling the goods. Weren't you all so excited that Unobo Co. was going to be building Minecart Land here? Minecart Land? Sorry about all that, traveler. Minecart Land is an amusement park that we started building at the request of President Unobo, head of Unobo Co. He wanted to create an attraction to draw travelers in, something fun. But lately all of the young Gorons won't do a lick of work, and the project's come to a screeching halt. Unobo Co. They handle everything from mining ore to selling it. We rely on them to keep our economy going. They had big plans for Minecart Land, but it looks like the grand opening is a ways off yet. How is my phone dying already? Oh, and if it's ore you're after, try going to the company store up ahead, or you can get some in the city. The prices are half off what's normal, so you get a good deal. Who cares about Minecart Land when there's marbled rock roast to chomp? You're chomping instead of working. At this rate, the Southern Mine, no, Unobo Co. as a whole is done for. What was the question? I do want to get it on my my real Switch. The first game. Hate building. I hate this. Why would they do this? I have a question for Nintendo. Why would they make this game? Right. Used to be at Walmart for $10. The first game? Well, every time I see that a game is like on sale for like really cheap, I go to the store and they don't have it. So I think I live in Scalp City. Well, I have seen a couple games that I wanted, like Brothership. Oh no. Oh. What was I saying? Brothership was on sale, but I didn't have the money for it. That was when I bought Violet. Metroid Prime 4. Brothership's $15 at GameStop. Well, I have to play the other games first, I think. Oh, hey, 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 hey. It's not true. Well, I think I'm gonna play that. Didn't I schedule those to be played? I think I did. I'm probably gonna play them on my Thor. On my DS. They're separate? Well, I'll try to play the first one. If I don't like it, then I'll just play Brothership. 1,000 rupees! Can I sell mine to you? Crane, not you too, after all my warnings about the marbled rock roast. So everyone's acting funny because of the marbled rock roast that President Yunobo is mining?
Hey.
Are there drugs in it? What are you mumbling about over there? That is also what I've seen. But it looks fun, so...
You all talking about marbled rock
I forgot
roast,
there
are
was
ya?
voice acting in this game.
Huh. There's nothing to worry about, in my opinion. Now stop flapping your rock chompers and get over here, Goro!
Ego problem, Yunobo.
Huh?
He looks like a wrestler.
What could you want?
What do you mean, what could I want?
Yo!
Well, if it ain't Link, you're so tiny I barely even noticed ya. Yunobo, what's the big idea? Talking like that to our esteemed guest.
Huh.
Bloodo? I don't know how to say that. Or should I say boss? You really don't know your place, do ya? Slurgo, tell me, who runs Goron City these days? Yunoboko.
Hey.
And Offrak, who's in charge of Yunoboko? You are President Yunobo. You hear that, Bloodo? You're not needed around here anymore. You think I'm just gonna sit here and...
Yo!
So, Link, what's your business in Goron City, huh? Why is he so mean?
Huh?
Princess Zelda, huh? And you're wondering about any strange goings-on? What? Princess Zelda? I heard she'd gone missing, but you're telling me she's still missing? I mean, it's hard to miss those lovely blonde locks of hers after all. Locks? Does that mean hair? Oh, the lady with the hair like that. She's the same one President Yunobo talks to about marbled rock roast.
Huh.
Pipe down, you two. You'll keep your trap shut if you know what's good for you. Oh my god. As you can see, Goron City is the picture of peace, and we can't help with Princess Zelda. So you'd better shove off. I've gotta go get more marbled rock roast. Can't afford to keep her waiting. Yunobo, I swear, if you bring in any more of that stuff, I'll... Oh. My A came back. Stodgy old guy, sticking your nose into things when you've got your spine to worry about. Slurgo, off rack. Time to head back to Unoboko HQ. Wish I could do that. In the game. I wish I could roll up into a ball. Like you can in Majora's Mask. This profile's been added. Oh, this isn't in. Or Metroid. I hear water. What am I? Oh, it's healing me. That's true. Rest in peace, May boy. It's still May, though. Everyone's just eating this stuff. Even their eyes are red. Sigh, a customer? Only reason I'm still running this place is because Boss Bloodo will get mad if I close up shop. If I had it my way, I'd quit and live out my days covered in a massive pile of beautiful marbled rock roast. Buy my stuff. They're selling it for 1,000. It is Mayblade. Or buying it for... Selling it for 1,000, buying it for 500. That's crazy. May. I hate dealing with customers. Bug pile outside with whatever questions you got. Oh, there's clothes here. Don't have enough rupees for any of that. I mean, I would if I sold my stuff. assume I don't need this. I don't think I ever needed it in Breath of the Wild. I don't think I have anything else. Item duping? You can't do that anymore? I don't know what he just said to me. I remember my stepbrother gave me and my other brother rounds in Animal Crossing because there was like a duping thing in that game at some point. I don't think I have anything. You had to drop items as you shield surfed out of a paraglider. I don't think I could pull that off. I can glitch the Master Sword in Breath of the Wild, though. Can I do that in this game? I can get my Instagram banned. Anyone up there? Who's up here? There's a weird haze in the minecart area, but nothing looks off other than that. Oh, and a weird haze on Death Mountain, but nothing off other than that. You know Boko HQ is probably fine. There's no early Master Sword. I don't have another fan. Oh, there's one right there. Oh. Hey, it moved. Who's there? Don't go touching things that aren't yours. I need this. Pretty sure someone said you can get to the end of the tracks if you get in this minecart. But how do you make it move? I bet the ancient city of Gorondia is over there. I don't know what I said. Whoa, hey. Who are you, guy? Me? I'm not doing nothing. Well, if you're wondering, Gorondia is a legendary place where the Gorons of old used to live. I heard there's an amazing treasure stored there, too. They even had more advanced technology than we do now. And I heard they used to ride in strange vehicles. I wanted to use this minecart to search for the treasure, but I can't get it to budge. Anyway, you better not tell anyone all my secrets, okay? Can I move it now? Thank you. I don't know which way to go. That's a lot of keys. Oh, there were other carts over here. I just stole his for no reason. It's got a cushion thing. I don't know what that is. Guy, that's my cart. Okay. There's other carts. Use one of those. Please don't take it away. Okay, sorry. Where's my fan, though? Hello? This guy over here is so scared. He thinks I want to be doing this? I don't. I don't want to be building. And everyone's like, there's not even that much building in this game. Do you see how many times I've had to attach this fan to this cart? Twice. That's a lot of building. A note to our Hylian workers. When entering a sizzling hot cave, remember to prepare your soft, flammable skin against the heat. If you run out of your company-provided supply of fireproof elixir, make your own. Okay, I know how to do that. For maximum bath time relaxation, be sure to soak up at least to your shoulders. Should you find yourself injured while on the job, please report to Unoboko HQ immediately. I did clock it. What is this? Is this a tower? Heading to a cave near Lake Darman, a dried lava lake to the northeast. What? Heading to a cave near Lake Darman, a dried lava lake to the northeast. We'll root out all monsters in and around the cave. This is a warning to all. Beware the lizard-shaped lake. Okay. I just bought this. They could have just not added building. They could have made a different game. Dang it. I could be playing Wind Waker right now. Okay. Read Yunobo's diary. After the eruption at Death Mountain stopped, the lava stopped flowing all over Eldon. Then it got colder. The sudden shift in climate has made folks feel sick, and whoever isn't sick is upset by how different everything is around here. At this rate, Goron City will fall apart. I keep wondering if there's anything I can do. The lava has cooled and hardened, which means we can reach areas we weren't able to before. Eldon is covered in rock now, and there's ore galore. There's only one thing to do now. Dig and dig until there's no more digging to be done. We'll dig up every bit of ore and get the city back to booming. I was busy digging in the caves and mining ore, and before I knew it, everyone was helping out. Surgo and Offrak were the most ambitious of the group. I thought I was the only one who cared enough to get the city back to booming, but I was wrong. I figured it's a good time to offer job security to everyone by starting up a company. We're calling it Unoboko. Surgo and Offrak came up with the name. It's still pretty chilly around here these days, but most of us have gotten used to it. With the temperatures cooler, now anyone can visit Goron City without using fireproof gear. We're going to build a new road to make it more welcoming to travelers. With more travelers passing through, we can offer the ore mined up by Unoboko for a special price. Something called the upheaval happened, and Hyrule Castle is floating in the air. Princess Zelda and Link have gone missing, and Pura has sent out search parties. I'd like to go lend a hand, but lately there has been strange red haze coming from Death Mountain. Before I leave, I'll go see what's going on to make sure everyone in the city and my workers at Unoboko are safe. Oh, was that the last one? Okay, I got the lore on why I don't need to wear clothes. Special clothes. It's so dark. Did I get that shrine? I don't think I did. Hey, it's you again. The one who knows President Yunobo. He's talking about marbled rock roast with the blonde lady right now. No one's allowed to come in. I don't really like that lady, but it's definitely the marbled rock roast's fault that everyone's been acting funny. Yeah. President Yunobo said he got that weird mask he's wearing from the lady too. He was always so nice, but as soon as he started wearing it, he got real mean. Hey, you're friends with President Yunobo, aren't you? You know how he created Unoboko for mining? It was supposed to be helpful for people who needed ore and stuff, but now it's just making things weird around here. If we let you pass, will you convince President Yunobo to make Unoboko stop mining marbled rock roast? Yeah. Slurgo, did you hear that? Sure did. Maybe he'll get President Yunobo to be himself again. Go right on in. Thank you. The shrine has a swirl. I think my phone died. I was gonna open the map to see the shrines. It's Zelda. But is it Zelda? No, because Zelda's the dragon. Right? I don't know. Cut it out already, President Yunobo. We want you to take off that weird mask so you can go back to the President Yunobo we know and love.
Oh.
Boys.
Huh?
No, that's not Zelda. Oh, wow. Princess Zelda is right. Marbled rock roast is good. It makes everyone happy. I have to fight. Oh, no. I don't have any weapons to do this. Oh, God. I'm not gonna... I can't. Help. Oh. Okay. Link, hit him. That's not doing anything. I was not expecting to have a fight right now. Oh my god, Link, get him. I fucked that up. Oh my god. Ah! Oh my god, Link, get up. Clearly not himself. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Yeah, I like this fight. If I can do it right, maybe I'll like it. Link! Oh my god. I'm struggling, actually. Oh my god, I can't get him, he's too far. Link. Me, get up. I can't see. Help! Help. The L target. Why do I have a toasty mushroom? Where'd he go? There we go. The L targeting didn't do anything. I don't know. Maybe I didn't do it at the right time. My ads are gonna start soon. What happened?
Huh?
Slurgo, off rack. I don't understand. Everything's a blur ever since I put on the mask from Princess Zelda. I need to talk to her. Maybe she can tell me what the story is. Hey, where is she anyway?
Huh?
Ah, Princess Zelda.
Huh? Huh?
Oh no. Are we in there?
Huh?
Is everyone alright? Nobody's injured? Why did I think Link turned into like a little kid?
Huh?
What's that? I thought I heard something.
Huh?
Well, it doesn't matter right now. Princess Zelda is just outside the cave. That blonde lady was Princess Zelda?
Huh?
Yeah, and I need to ask her about the mask and the marbled rock roast. We gotta hurry and go talk to her.
Oh.
The only way to break those red rocks is with my charge attack. But I can't really see where I'm going when I charge. Link, be my eyes and guide me, Goro. Yunobo's power of fire. When Yunobo's aura is charged, she could be aimed in any direction for a fiery rolling attack. Okay.
Here I go! Charge! Goro! Let's go!
Does that mean I have his power, whatever?
Ooh.
That did the trick. Come on, boys, let's go after Princess Zelda. I don't think there are powers in this game. Don't I just get the guys or something? I think that's how this game works.
Huh?
Princess Zelda. I'm not seeing her. Hmm?
Oh.
What's that red haze spouting from Death Mountain? Goro. You don't remember, President Yunobo? You told us the red haze is dangerous and that we shouldn't go near it. It showed up at the same time Hyrule Castle started floating and the upheaval happened. The ground was super rumbly, and you were worried Death Mountain might erupt again, so you went to check it out. Yeah, and when you came back from the mountain, you were wearing that mask.
Huh.
I remember now, Goro. I saw Princess Zelda at Death Mountain's crater. She talked to me and gave me that mask to wear. So, does that mean Princess Zelda lives inside Death Mountain? Well, she's definitely not here. Maybe if we go up there, we'll find her. Sorgo, off rack. I'm gonna go look for Princess Zelda. I can't be having you two along, but I'll sort this out. I'll ask her how to get everyone back to normal.
Ooh.
So wait back home for me. Everything is gonna be a-okay. They're so
Yep.
cute. Link, please come with me to Death Mountain to look for the princess. Okay. I'm gonna take a break. I'll be right back. I'm back. Was Twilight Princess the game that had the fight where you're on like a big platform and you have to use the boots to like knock it around? I just randomly remembered that fight. Look at him rolling behind me. Where should we go? Wait, maybe. Are you a traveler? Lured here by the aroma of my cooking, I imagine. This camp belongs to Captain Torin's squad of the Monster Control Crew. They are executing a major strike as we speak. I recommend you clear the area before things get hectic. The cave that serves as the monster's base is up the hill and down the road. But even here we might be in danger. Captain Torin is on his way there now to clear those monsters out. My phone turned back on. You gonna ask me if I want to have pictures? No? Okay. As a squad chef, I stayed behind. I may not swing a sword, but my ladle prepares meals worthy of this elite team. If you followed your nose here, you must be hungry. Take this. It's one of my personal specialties. Mushroom omelet. Ew. Double ew. I don't like omelets. Hello. The members of Captain Torrent's squad are skilled, but they get hungry quickly. I'm worried that their hunger may distract them, allowing a monster to catch them unawares. How I wish they had someone to aid them should their appetites waylay them. Okay. Oh. The captain left that weapon here so that I might defend myself when left to guard the camp. But so long as I live, the chef's only weapon will be this ladle. You're welcome to use that blade as you see fit, though. Thank you. Where did he come from? What the heck? Heading to a cave near Lake Darman, a dry lava lake to the northeast. Root out all the monsters. Okay. Up the hill and down the road, I think is what he said. Whatever that means. Do I have to do something about this? Oh no. I assume whatever my big main quest is gonna get rid of that. There's a monster over here. What is that noise? Why is there a big pounding noise in the back? What is that? I'm scared. That feels like a Korok thing. Oh no. Oh no. I don't want to fight him. What just tried to kiss me? What was that? Oh no. I think it's an Octorok. Oh my god. Oh no. What is oh, why are you there on the ground? That still hurt me, what the heck? It's not gonna help. Just run, Link. Just run. Oh my god. I didn't realize an Octorok was gonna attack me here. What is that?
I can do it!
I missed. Oh no. Help.
Goro! Let's go!
Okay, I really need you to get this. Nothing happened. Okay. Is this the cave? What is that? I'm scared. I don't know what that is. Ah! I've never seen those guys before. What the heck? There's a blue one. No. get them on the ground. I don't know. I'm just gonna attach a pine cone. God. Give me that. Yeah. Okay. I missed. I did it. I love using motion controls. Anything else? Cobble Crusher Spear. I don't have anything, any amiibos. I feel like I'm missing out. I don't have my Guardian or my All-Amiibo.
I can do it!
Anything else over here? Oh my god. I'm gonna go this way first. I don't know where that went. What is that? I don't have a bow. What? Okay. I'm confused. I'm almost out of bows. That's crazy. I don't know what's going on with that thing. I don't know. I need more arrows. Oh wait, can I just use him to... I need those on the ground.
Here I go!
Did I... Okay, I'm leaving. What is that? I don't know.
Goro!
Hey, I'm just gonna grab this real quick. The ruby. Is he okay? I thought there was like a big monster waiting outside of this cave. For some reason, I guess the heat is warping the air. I don't know. Come here. Hello? Come here. How do I make him come over here?
Here I go! Let's roll!
Not this guy. I don't know if I'll make this. Oh, he's running. We're fine. Oh no, Link. Please get it together. Thank you. I have to go all the way up there.
I can do it! Here I go! Charge!
A lot of nothing happening. Can't you see I'm busy here? My mouth and me are kind of occupied. If you want to use the minecart, knock yourself out. But this minecart only goes to the summit of Death Mountain, you know. Okay. There are a lot of vehicles. I'm probably gonna use none of them. Minecarts and marbled rock roast. Can't stop him, won't stop him. Now that I think about it, I haven't seen Moto around at all lately. He should have been working at that mining site, but he hasn't been showing up, not even for lunches. I guess it's no surprise he's missing. He was eating tons of marbled rock roast. Probably wandered off while munching. I assume I should find him, but I don't feel like it. Korok. Oh, my friend and I got separated. Oh my god. So tired though, I can't move. Where was he? Can't see. See this way? No. Where's your friend? Oh, that way. Oh my god, wait, I have to put him in a minecart. Come on. Sorry. How many Koroks are in this game? I can't wait to go Korok hunting in November in Breath of the Wild. I could just... Why is the fan all the way over there? What happened? Stop moving. Is he... Why is he like this? Hello, stop. Help! Why are we not stopping? Help!
Here I go!
Oh no! Well, I lost him. Is he gonna stop at some point, maybe? Why wouldn't it stop? Please don't do that to me. I think he's gone. Oh no. Well, that sucks. I'm going this way. I don't understand why the cart didn't stop when I hit the thing. I'm wondering if I can fit right here. No. I love cheating the climbing in this game. You do not need to be making all that noise. Why are you doing that to me? Afraid I'm not gonna make that. If I jump. Oh, never mind. Oh, there's stuff right there. I don't know. And there's a guy right there. How do I get around that? I have to climb on that. Was I supposed to ride mine carts all the way up here? I'm just gonna try to go around this. This is kind of scary. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall. I think I'm making this. just make it to right there, I think I'll be okay. Right here, maybe. Oh no. Link. That actually helped. Really? Okay. I was gonna say, you can't walk there? Like, that's flat as heck. How do I get on that rock? Or over here. Is this where I need to be? Where's Yunobo at? I think we lost him. I'm gonna call him like my horse. Oh. Let me go to the blinking light on my map. I think that is where I go. I know how to play this game. There. Okay. Hello?
Oh.
Link, over there. Huh? Over where? It's this way.
I think it was near here. When I came up the mountain, I saw her. The princess was standing right here, Goro. And then she gave me this fancy mask to wear around. After that, oh, jeez. It's no use. I can't remember anything that happened after that. Oh?
Oh no.
There she is! Princess!
Do I have to fight her?
Princess Zelda! We need to talk to you!
I'm afraid I'm not ready for fighting.
Dangerous.
Oh my god. Okay, music. I like the song. Is this on Nintendo Music? Oh god. I'm scared. Rising from the Death Mountain crater, Moragia? I love not being able to say anybody's name in video games. Whoa, that thing broke out of the crater like it was nothing. Is that marbled rock? Is it alive? And there's 3 of those things. Hang on, no. Those are heads. It's so big. How could something that large appear out of nowhere like that? I've never seen anything like this on Death Mountain, Goro. If we don't take that thing out, who knows what will happen to Princess Zelda. But I can't exactly charge at it from down here. Any ideas, Link? No.
Oh boy, it's real.
Please don't tell me I have to use this. I'm never beating this. If I have to use this, it's just over for me. How would I even use that, though? Oh my god, I can't do this. There's just no way. There's no way I can do this. I don't know what they're expecting of me. What's that glowing thing over there? Maybe I should just go over there. This is not happening. That's not working. Okay. There's no way I'm doing this. I can't even get this thing on here. I don't even know if this is where this goes. I can't see. It's so dark. Oh, okay. Okay, I guess this is not where I'm supposed to do this. Where else could I do that at? Reminders for Hylian workers. The red substance that spouts from the cracks in the ground is called gloom. Avoid it at all costs. Coming into contact with gloom drains your vitality. If you touch it, get away from it immediately and rest. Resting in the fresh air of the surface is recommended. That didn't help. If I go this way. I can't take the fans off of this. Well, shoot. I don't know. I don't know how to do this. I'm very stuck and lost. Oh, is it upside down? That's why it wasn't working. Okay. I can't see anything that I'm doing. Please stop falling. I don't know how to get this on here without it falling. I don't know how to do this! Can't you, Nobo, just learn how to fly? Oh. I don't know what to do. I don't want to do this. At least it's not shooting at me. That would be terrible. Can I just climb and do it like that? Probably not, but I'm gonna try. Where are the things I need to shoot at? There's one of them. I don't think I can do it. I don't think I can get up that high without it killing me. Oh, there's one. Oh, hey! Hey. Ah! Hi. I'm dead. I'm dead. Oh, we're not. Okay. Now it's shooting at me. I've messed up. I shouldn't have tried to go up there. Oh my god, it's actually just actively shooting at me now. I'm gonna look this up. I don't know how to get the planes to do what I want them to do. Maybe doing a fight the first thing I do. coming back to this game is not a good idea. This is a mini boss? What do you mean? Oh no. Okay, it says to put it on the edge of the platform. I don't know how to fly this thing though. Oh no, I didn't mean to do that. I don't know how to control this. Help.
If we can't hit it higher up, we're gonna be in trouble.
I think we are in trouble. Okay. Come back, please. Please come back. Please come back. I got it.
It's attacking. Be careful.
I'm trying my best. Turn, Link! Oh, that was easy. Okay. See, I was thinking just push it off the edge, but I was scared. I was like, I don't want to just fall to my death. But it said that was a mini boss. I don't like that. We did it? We did it. What was that thing anyway? Well, I don't know. I thought Princess Zelda walked off somewhere around here.
Huh?
Whoa. You don't suppose she fell into that hole, do you? That would be awful. Come on, Link. Let's hurry down there. Well, I can't do all that. Princess Zelda, don't you worry. We're coming. I have to go down here. Did he actually go? I can't see. Okay. Oh, is this the depths? Oh no. I don't think it is. I can't see the ground. This wasn't the ground? Where am I going? Is that the ground? Did he go all the way down here? Where did he go? I feel like I passed him. Oh. Oh no. Okay. When I stream on Thursday, I'm closing these windows because I cannot see a single thing that's happening. I can see red things flying around and my stamina bar, and that's about it. Why? Both of the games I brought to play are the darkest things ever. I'm actually in the depths. Okay. Was this where he wanted me to go? I don't think so. Can't see. I actually just can't see anything. You know, Bo, where are you? I can't see. Hello? What is that? What is this? Oh, there he is. Mustus light root. It's this way. Am I supposed to do something with that?
Hmm?
Who knew it would look like this inside Death Mountain? Now that I look closer, I see a whole lot of those red rocks.
Huh?
Why would Princess Zelda be down here with all this marbled rock roast? Hi, Ivy. Thank you for the raid. Hi. I haven't played this game in months, and I just did a fight. So, I'm relearning this game. But hi, I'm Cupid. I play Nintendo games. It's from Skyward Sword. It's, Groose falling on top of Link in the sky. I'm hearing things again, but, I mean, you heard that too, right, Link? Because I definitely heard someone speaking just now. Let's see. I think it was coming from that away. I had a Stardew Valley one that Croton Talks made me, but it stopped working. You just played Tomodachi Life again? I burnt myself out on that game. I played it too much. Maybe this has to do with Zelda.
Yep.
I've got a heaping pile of questions for her, so let's hurry to where Zelda is. Do I do something with this light root? I don't have any freaking arrows. I don't know. I don't know what to do with it. I think I have to do something, but I don't know what. I can't see anything. I'm gonna fall again. I've been playing it on my YouTube, but it's a different island, so I think it's kind of like different. It feels different. I don't think I could edit my VODs. I thought about doing that once, and I gave up on the idea like 2 days later. Oh my god, help! I don't like it in here. This is my first time in the depths. I don't like it. What's this? Oh, I didn't expect you to be here. You're cold? It's hot in here. That's why I turned the air on. What is this? This is a car. That's what that is. Dang. What are these things? Oh. What do I do with it? These are Poes? Like the enemy Poe?
Goro! Charge!
Huh? I'm surprised Molly didn't want to sit on the couch with me. Oh.
I can do it!
Am I supposed to be able to see in here? I can't see anything. I also only have 3 tires on this car. Help. I'm stuck. That did nothing for me. Dude, I can't see. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall again. Am I supposed to collect all of these? A glowing spirit orb found all over the depth. Offer these to a bargainer statue for a variety of rewards. Is a... what? I'm confused. Is that something up there? I don't know. What is that? This guy again. What is this? Car? Tires? I really can't see anything. This is pine cone, actually. Wait, is that what I need to turn the lights on? This is actually doing nothing. Oh. Well, I only have one arrow left. This is terrible. There we go. I like this item. Well, I want this. Fire-like stone. A stomach stone that persists even at high temperatures. It retains heat even outside the body of the creature that contained it, which makes it useful in elixir. What? An unusual mineral that has many purposes. Ancients extracted energy from it and refined it for crafting weapons and armor. How do you craft stuff? I wish I could see what's going on right here. What am I picking up? I don't know. A fire hydrant? Okay, now I want to find my way back to the the big thing. I don't know what it's called. Oh, I can see a little bit. The sun went away. I can see a little bit. It came back. Oh no, I think I went the wrong way. I went down instead of up. Can I teleport to this? No. I have to activate it to teleport, I think. Genuinely don't know where I am. Oh. That's a good sign. Oh no. Please, I gotta figure out how to turn these lights on. I need rye in here. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any arrows left. Great. Why do I feel like I need an arrow? What's wrong with Molly? Oh, I thought that was Crosby, to be honest. Hi, Molly. She can't turn around because there's too much stuff under there. I'm gonna cheat and I'm gonna look up how the heck I turn this thing on. What? Oh, I just had to stand underneath it. Wow. This could have been done a lot earlier. Molly! Well, then stop hitting it. The light root dispelled the darkness and brightened the surrounding area. Great. Molly stinks. Looks like a wet dog. I don't think I need this. Oh, wow. I don't know if I have to do anything with that. I guess this kind of will be like Xenoblade if they're all attached to different buttons.
Here I go.
I don't think I need to break all of these.
Goro, let's roll.
Oh, he hit the... He hit the
Here I go.
roast thing.
Charge!
Ew, there's like little... What are those? I don't like these. It's kind of freaking me out. How am I supposed to know where I'm going? Am I still going to that? What do I do with this? Do I put something in it? Question mark? I don't know. Don't know. I assume I do, but I don't know what I'm supposed to put in it. Oh. I just guessed. What is this? Steering stick? I thought that was gonna do something else. I need Rivali. Why would they not put Rivali in this game? I can't see. Okay, I am going to that dot thing. Makes sense to me. Oh, it did say the bottom. Isn't this the bottom? I think I take things too seriously. Oh no, I'm not gonna make this. Oh my god, Link, please. I risk it and fly? Literally can't see anything. Hey, I can see you guys. I don't have any arrows. Let me get those Poe. I'm afraid. I'm afraid I'm gonna fall. I can't see. Oh my god. Link. Help. I don't know where I am. Okay. As long as I don't see lava, I think I'm good. So there is red stuff. Oh my god. Speaking of, I thought that was just one of those rocks. Is it on over here too? Why did the music get creepy? I'm afraid those hands are gonna start chasing me and I won't be able to see where to go. Why is it getting weird? Okay. Hi, welcome in. How are you? Oh no. I don't like that guy. There's so many Poe. That looks like I'm gonna fall, but I can't tell. Maybe not. Oh no. Hi, Ivy's friend. Do you like Zelda? I don't think I have to get all of these, do I? You love Zelda? What's your favorite game? Mine's Wind Waker. And not this one. My ads are about to start. No. Oh, I need a cart. Who's trying to fight me? Is this red stuff? I don't know. I'm gonna run. Am I almost there? I think so. I think this is it. This is one of the games I need to beat to complete all of the Zelda games. I've played most all of them except Hyrule Warriors. I'll do that after. I played the first one, but it has nothing to do with any of the other ones.
Huh?
Is this where I heard the voice coming from? It's this way. But, oh, I forgot there's temples in this game. Oh no. I don't think I have time to do a temple. What is this place? And why is something like this inside of Death Mountain? You only ever played Tears of the Kingdom? That's crazy. Majora's Mask was hard for me. That's not my favorite. But I like Ocarina of Time, Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess. I think Twilight Princess was my 5th favorite. We're a little baby child. Well, most of them you can play on the Switch now, which is good. Huh? Oh, hi, Zelda. Ah, it's Princess Zelda. Please wait, Goro. I gotta talk to ya. Girl, you're gonna die. That is not Princess Zelda.
Huh?
What the? Where did she go? Oh. ads are running. I'm gonna take a break. I will be right back. I'm back. I don't know if I have time to do a temple. How long is it? Oh my god. Can you not break all of my drinks open? Oh my god! What's happening? He's gonna bust open all of my drinks. There's something up ahead, Goro. It's this way. I haven't tried that one yet. Well, I don't know, put it in the fridge or something. Link, over there.
Huh?
Because I wanted to try that with all my other things. Proton is playing Metroid Prime 4. He's gonna get me copyrighted. Why is he playing music on the TV?
Huh?
Can anyone hear music in the background? He back in here yet? Not good, not good. Princess Zelda is stuck inside there. Okay. We gotta hurry and help her.
Huh?
But how do we get in there, Goro? Well, half this mod's gonna be muted now.
Huh? Huh?
How do we get in there? I don't know. Can you not drop them this time? I'm gonna come over here. I'll pet him.
Oh.
Did you see that? The gate. It moved a little just now, Goro. Hear that? There it is again.
Young little rock,
What?
the gate you must pass through is firmly locked with 5 padlocks. You have the power to unlock them all. Do so, then the gate should open. Heed my
Why is there an
words.
error on the bottom right?
Huh?
Molly! No denying, I heard it loud and clear this time, but who could it be? What did they mean by young little rock? They did tell us how to open the gate, so they can't be all bad, right? So all we gotta do is unlock the 5 locks and then we can get in there? I guess. It'd be so annoying if I can't finish this temple. But I'm probably gonna play this on Thursday, so... Let me in.
Here I go! Charge!
Um, Hey. He didn't give me anything. That's crazy. Oh, wow. Didn't mean to land in that. Did you just play music again? Oh no. Can you make me another one, please? Whatever. Enough. Hello? Can you hit the fan? What is that thing?
Goro!
Oh. Okay. I'm going in a circle.
Here I go!
Hi, Corin. Thank you for the raid. I'm not playing Xenoblade today. It's horrible. Thank you for the raid. Hi, I'm Cupid. I play Nintendo games. Oh no. I don't have any arrows. That's also something to know about me. I don't have anything to help fight things. Why? Why are there so many of these? Your Toga Kiss, I did see that you were playing Pokemon. Yeah, get him. Shoot, I liked that weapon. Oh, well. Is that one a good one? That sounds like a good Pokemon. I don't know Pokemon. I've only played 2 games. Oh no. Well, that's gone. A legendary? That's what I thought. I played Legend ZA and Violet this year. And Legend ZA was very good. But I didn't really like Violet as much. I only liked Legend ZA because it felt like Xenoblade. Okay, I need to get one of those things. Have you played this game? I don't know. Do you play Zelda? You have? Did you like it? I don't like building. It's annoying. You beat this and not Breath of the Wild? Can I walk on this? What? I've beat Breath of the Wild twice. I beat it, I glitched in the Master Sword. You just stumbled to the end? Can you come over here? No. The guy that I'm with in this game.
I can do it! Charge!
Well, that's gone.
Here I go!
I didn't mean to get here. I actually did just stumble upon this as well. He's very smart. Oh my, I don't know how to... What? Please don't walk into the lava. Should I like shoot him up? This was your least favorite? This is my first one. Oh my god. I'm so glad I caught that. Well, I went to Rito Village first. But I couldn't find Tulin, so I gave up. And I stopped playing it. I'm gonna grab this. Fire like stone. Oh, well, there was my other one. Let's grab it. I thought these disappeared. Why are you moving? Oh, because that. And, oh, okay. Now will you go over there? I don't know how to do this. Oh, he did it. Okay. I feel like I got lucky. I don't know how that worked.
Huh?
Whoa, Link, check that out.
Huh.
What is that thing? It looks like a gong. Oh, I have to use him, I think.
Goro! Charge!
I got one of them.
That must be the first padlock, Link. Oh, there are 4 more for us to find. That's a lot.
What? Why the random voice acting? The way there's none over here. Can I? Okay. At least I can travel to the entrance. I don't want to take the train back. Lava is extremely deadly, but shallower than you think. Where do I go next? Where do I go that way? Couldn't figure out how to do this one. How do I get up there? We can't open this from out here. Can I just climb up there? I'm being reminded of the Twilight Princess dungeon where you get the Beyblade item. Can you give me some arrows? Do I go? I don't know. How do I get up to the train tracks? I mean, there's stuff over there. I'm gonna go this way. I'm gonna go back where I came from. That was silly. What is this thing? What is this doing for me? I don't understand.
Here I go!
I'm getting a headache. Hello?
Let's go! Goro!
Stop, get off. My head hurts.
Here I go! Goro!
Where am I going? Oh. Oh, I think that's just for ease of spinning it around.
I can do it! Here I go!
Hey, oh. What? That one actually did something.
I can do it!
I had glowing stuff. I don't need that much. I should have made some more food. How did you hit me? All this got me was a chest. Hello, open it. Oh, I got some arrows! Thank you. Okay. It shot my fan off. What's this? That's a shield? It's so little. I already have it. Where am I going now? Wait, I've already- what? I'm confused. Can't see. I wanted to stop. Let me turn this off so it doesn't go flying. Oh my god! What is happening? Why did I just got- I got hit. That's so mean. Let's just take me back to the beginning. There's a chest right there. I can't see. I'm gonna go back.
I can do it!
Hey! Could have shot him. What the heck? Stop! I don't want to waste my arrows on you.
Here I go!
I don't know where to go.
Goro!
Found it. Please don't fall.
I can do it! Goro!
Is there something I can do to make my life easier here? Yes. Maybe. Back. over here. Oh my god. I hate two-handed weapons in this game. They're so slow. Here.
Here I go!
I'm just hitting gongs.
Three to go! Let's hurry, Goro!
I'm going as fast as I can. Wait, there's one in the middle? What? There's something in the middle. I can't see. What do you mean there's something in the middle? Where? I almost fell. What the heck? I don't want to leave this area because I don't want to figure out how to come back. I'll have to go up there. Maybe. I forgot that I can ascend. Oh, I got a fan and a hydrant. Oh my god, Link, please don't fall. I don't understand. Am I just not seeing it? Am I crazy? I don't understand. It's in the middle of this room? Why are you all the way over there? What the heck? Oh, wait. I'm gonna try to ascend a little bit more. I don't think I can. Link. Oh, he can climb this. He cannot ascend here. Guess that's not it. I don't know. My head really hurts. I can barely see the screen. Oh no. feels silly. I feel like it's like right in front of my face or something. Okay. You can just climb whatever you want in this game. Hello. I don't want either of you to be on. Stop. Or maybe I want both of them to be on. Why can't I do this? It's not even that close. I don't know. It must be above me somehow. I don't know. There is a way. There's other tracks. I think I'm just wasting time. Hey, stop. Stop! Oh no. What the heck? I don't know. Are you leaving? Can I cheat this somehow? Link. Why? He's just wasting stamina. That's crazy.
I can do it!
Where do I want to go? Go this way.
Here I go!
No, there's a guy in here that doesn't look too happy about my presence. Why is he grabbing things? Yeah, I got more arrows. want that. I can't see again. I'm gonna go this way.
I can do it!
Oh, wow. Shouldn't have went that way. Link! There's 4 floors. Oh. I made it. Oh, rude. I don't need that many hearts. Is it up there? Didn't realize I could do this.
Here I go! Let's...
Nothing. Why is he all the way back there?
I can do it!
Oh, there's something up there. Oh, there was something up there. I didn't mean to jump.
Here I go!
go.
Just 2 left, Link. Let's keep it up, Goro.
You have to come from that way to get to that one. There's too much going on. Oh my god, my head hurts. I have to get off stream soon anyways. I think I might just save this for Thursday. It's too dark in here. My head really hurts. I'm gonna raid. Oh, hi, Jared. I'm about to end. My head hurts because this area is really dark. I got a Baja Blast, though. Hand stretches. I think I'm gonna raid Phelan. I'll be back on Thursday. I swear I'm gonna have a YouTube video up tomorrow, hopefully. My stream deck doesn't work sometimes. I didn't even try it. Is it gonna work? Yeah, it did work. Okay. I'll be back on Thursday with... I'll finish this dungeon. And on Friday we'll hopefully continue Xenoblade. I don't want to deal with the electric mastery thing. But I'll see you guys on Thursday. Have a good night.